Kristjan Ceh, 68 in qualifying. It feels like 2022 again. How'd you feel out there today?
Yeah, it was quite good feeling. We did what we wanted, one throw and go rest to prepare for tomorrow final. But yeah, the throw was it was actually very good. Technically it was good. Not maybe so much powerful, but in the end, the 68 just means I qualify for the final. I need to throw also far tomorrow.
Yeah, it was your best throw since I think Slovenian championships. The last couple Diamond Leagues didn't quite break your way. How'd that one feel in there? Because qualifying has kind of just come in. You aren't necessarily going all out, but 68 is still a big throw.
Yeah, I think a 68 is still very high level throw. I think we are ready. We did some good job in this training camp before Tokyo. We had really time to focus only on discus, on technique. Also physically I'm quite good prepared, so it's going to be a very interesting final tomorrow.
Yeah. How have you guys kind of structured this season for you? Because I know there were obviously the big 72-meter marks earlier on in the year, but then a little bit of a dip, and now you're peaking back into these championships.
I think physically I'm very prepared for this final, if not in best shape in the season. But in the middle of the season was a little bit technical issues. I didn't really, a little bit lost the feeling. A little bit just broke the technique because after this 72, so a little bit stopped thinking. I was not maybe the best, but now I'm, back on track, and it's gonna be very good tomorrow.
Awesome. Matty Denny, looking a little Krauser-esque out there, doing the absolute minimum to get the auto cue.
Yeah.
66, 63, one and done here in Tokyo. How'd you feel out there?
Yeah, it was nice. I think the big thing for me was to not overextend too much. Like I feel in great shape and fix some things that kind of weren't working in the last two comps. So felt easy, didn't want to overextend for the final tomorrow, and just put ourselves in a good place to be rested and recovered and have the best version of ourselves tomorrow. So.
Yeah, we saw you take about 2 months off competition. Obviously, you and your wife are now expecting a baby,
yeah.
So I assume needed some personal time. But what were you kind of working on between, I guess it was Jovi and Brussels when you came back?
Yeah, we just needed a bit of a reload around conditioning and set ourselves up for the end of this season. We had a lot of gas for Brussels and Zurich, but just technically there wasn't any flow, and I think that being away from comp as well didn't help. But we got those throws out, and now I feel, through 66 mid at Zurich, and now I'm doing it like I'm taking a stroll. So, yeah, we're in a really nice place, and it was also just nice to go home. Like I love the circuit and I love competing, but I also am older now where I'm preferring to be home with Mia and family and to my own devices kind of thing. So, yeah, it's nice to be in a place where I can go home and be in that position to do so. So, yeah, it was nice prep, and then to go back after and get ready for this was nice as well. Because I think if I was in this kind of heat for 2 weeks, I would have been soft and gooey and thrown 61. So.
Yeah. So you said this one just kind of like flowed better a little bit than I guess the last two Diamond Leagues. Like, is there a specific technical cue in the throw that felt easier for you today? Or?
Yeah, it's just more around like the flow of the hips through the back and into the center. I was probably cutting off, so like falling hips down. So just trying to get them around my left leg and sweep into the middle and keep that fluent. And yeah, it was funny. The day I got back from Europe, it's like I was sitting on the plane just kind of like itching to do it, and I was like, no, this will work better. And then immediately was throwing way further than what I was the week before. So yeah, it's a nice time to get things right and figure those things out. So.
Yeah, now looking ahead to tomorrow's final, we've been waiting for this one all year. Obviously, a little sad that Ralford didn't make the final, but...
You kidding?
No, he threw 56 and
what happened?
2 fouls. He said he got messed up because the ring at the warm-up track was super slick, and this one was super slow.
Yeah.
And so he kind of just messed everything up for him.
Poor guy, that's rough.
Yeah. But you still got 3 guys over 72 in the final. Daniel threw shade under 70.
Nice.
Yeah, so how excited are you for what tomorrow might look like?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for all of us is to, I guess, give what's owed. Everyone's in great condition, and we're in an era of throwing that's never really been seen in men's disc across the board. So, I think just everyone to be ready for that and to fully commit, because I know I'm coming in ready to go and start throwing hands early. So, yeah, just have fun with it. And I remember chatting with Daniel after Zurich and stuff, and we were both super excited, and I think it'll be a great final. So
it is last meet of the season, Denny. So
you know me.
Reggie Jagers, 63.59, sitting in 8th after the first flight qualifying here in Tokyo. How do you feel out there today?
I feel like I warmed up pretty well. Attacked well enough on the first one where I went pretty easy, but it felt like I definitely lost my rhythm a little bit. But second time in Tokyo, first time in Tokyo 2021 for the Olympics. I threw a little bit better here, but definitely wanted a better result. And I think I'm at 8th place right now, 8th.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
There's a chance.
Yeah, we need the rain gods to come through, bring down a tsunami, something. But yeah, not in a good place right now. Decent throw, but with the field out there and the caliber, you definitely got to throw a little bit further.
Yeah, I mean, technically, how'd you feel out there? Like you said warm-ups went kind of well. Like,
Yeah.
where was, I guess, the little disconnect once the competition got rolling for you?
Disconnect, I would say more so round 2, where I started pulling a little bit and not just letting my technique speak for itself. And yeah, my first throw I went about 50%. Wish I would have went a little bit harder. I kind of went too easy, and lost rhythm after that point. So.
I know coming into USA's, this summer you had some really tough injury luck.
Mm-hmm.
How's kind of your training been leading into these World Championships?
I would say Prefontaine, I got hurt the week before. The next week I started building back, getting back strong again. It took about 3 weeks to kind of feel like myself again. And ever since then, I was just kind of on a roll, just, setting season's best after season's best. After USA's got a little banged up, and so I just started feeling good probably about a week ago, and expected to throw further because training went really well. Like everything just came together, and wasn't able to get it done out there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of how do you, when you have a season like this where there are just kind of things you can't control, those injuries popping up every now and then, like how do you kind of not get super frustrated and keep a level head coming into, especially a competition like this where it's just a real pressure cooker?
Yeah, I think pretty much learning along the way. So I do have a bulge disc, L5S1, and then even I tore my pec the year before the Olympic year, So those injuries are definitely big, but it definitely teaches you how to progress your body, how to rehab, how to stay healthy. So I think for this next season, I feel like I'm starting off in a better place, and we just got to make sure I don't get hurt in the off season. I can just have a good base. So I feel like I threw pretty far this year without a base, and I am happy with where things have gone, but definitely want to, I guess, piggyback off of the year before, have some momentum, and go into the year not struggling.
Yeah, I mean, I know you mentioned this was the site of your first national team in 2021, and regardless of how the results shake out, you threw better here than you did that year. Like, how is 2025 Reggie in Tokyo different from 2021 Reggie in Tokyo?
I do feel like I had a lot of experience for sure, just knowing how to battle back from injuries, and yeah, I just pretty much used that over the season. I really feel like I only had 3-4 weeks of a season this year. Did well at the Ed Murphy Classic, and then after that point, I just kept progressing. But yeah, I feel like I just got to find a way to start better in the season, just keep progressing, keep getting better. Let's not start off getting beat, because pretty much the first half of the year, I was getting beat by everybody in America.
Yeah.
Like the top 10, 12 in America were just destroying me. So it feels good to have found it for USA's, but definitely got to push it further to the next level.
Sam Mattis, qualifying round here in Tokyo, 62.86. How do you feel about the way you threw out there today?
Not great. I think that was probably about the best I was going to throw today. Just been kind of disconnected with the throw, having some tough training the last couple weeks. So that throw felt pretty solid. I think earlier in the season, if I connected, that would have been good. It felt all right. Just didn't have enough on it, but that's how it goes sometimes.
You feel like you're like physically in good shape right now? It's just technical disconnects, or?
No, I think physically I'm not in the best shape right now. Sometimes you just kind of forget how to throw, and your body is like, all right, let's slow down. And I think unfortunately that's just kind of where I've been the last couple weeks. Still thought I could do better. I've had a couple okay training sessions, but did my best, just wasn't good enough today.
You think part of that's the longer season? Because you're still in really good shape for USA's.
Yeah, I think I peaked well for USA's, and then since then it's been a bit of a struggle. Could be the long season. I don't think it necessarily is. I think I just haven't been throwing great, and I've just been struggling a little bit, and tough time for that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think you might be like 11th right now, but
Yeah, it's
assuming that may not hold up.
Yeah, no shot.
How are you kind of feeling, I guess? I know you haven't really had time yet, but reflecting on the 2025 season where you broke 70 for the first time, second best, according to who you asked, American record, runner-up at USA's, make another world team. Like, how do you feel about the way
It was still like truly a fantastic season. The only thing I could ask for is making the final, doing well there. But started off real hot. Definitely struggle. Like, it was way more up and down than I thought it would be. But even then, I think I had like 7 or 8 meets over 65, which like that's really good for me. A lot of meets over 66, a couple over 68, and some pretty good throws outside of Oklahoma too. So, I've still had an incredible season. Everyone you put so much on the Worlds, but looking back at the whole thing, it's been blessed.
And 2026, first year in a while without a major.
Yeah.
Like, are you, A, kind of excited for a little bit of a down year, and B, how do you kind of approach goal setting for a year without that clear, defined end goal? I know you still have USA's. But.
Yeah. Obviously USA's will be important. Hopefully getting to some Diamond Leagues and doing well there will be pretty important. I think it's different. We should have Worlds every year. Like, imagine not having the Super Bowl every year. It's kind of crazy, but whatever. I wish Disc was also in the Ultimate Championships.
Yeah.
Ugly stepchild of the sport sometimes. But, I'm not sure. I think we'll draw that up after I take a little time off. Hopefully, definitely want to PR again next year and hopefully be able to maintain that level. I feel like I had like a rocket up real quick this season and then a little bit of a roller coaster ending on a down note. But next year, hopefully find a way to maintain those higher performances and get good momentum going into 27 and 28 because don't know how much more time I have here.
Ralford Mullings, tough day for you here in Tokyo. 56, don't make it through the final. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened out there?
Yeah, sure. I just didn't execute. That's what it came down to. But I think the major contributor was the practice facility had a very slick ring, and the stadium's a little slower, so it's completely different timing. And I think that's what it came down to. I didn't execute. 2, I couldn't time it up today. Last throw was a little better, but arse on the finish, hit the cage. Life goes on.
Is that something you think, I guess, kind of being able to adjust to different rings like that is something you just need a little more experience on this stage with, or?
Yeah, it's composure, I would say. It's not an experience thing, but yeah, life goes on, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I know it didn't end the way you wanted, but your 2025 season is, something to be really proud of.
Yeah.
NCAA title, 72 meters in Oklahoma, a Diamond League win. Like, how do you feel kind of looking back on the way this season went for you?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good season, but this is what I'm going to remember, so
yeah.
I'm going to use it to fuel me.
Do you have any NCAA eligibility left next year?
Yeah.
So we got you and Mikolas again.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, good luck next year, and like you said, just fuel to the fire for special 2026.
Thank you.
Awesome. Maggie Ewen, I think we can safely say elbow injuries suck.
Yeah.
How are we feeling today about qualifying at Worlds?
I mean, you try to stay in a positive mindset. You try to hope that the adrenaline's gonna maybe make it not feel so bad. But, I mean, I feel like my throw really wasn't that bad. I just, your body gets scared to hurt itself. So no matter how taped up it was and all that kind of stuff, I think just going into that finish every time was just, a scary situation.
Yeah.
So
you picked it up before Zurich, was it?
I picked it up the practice before Brussels.
Okay.
Yeah, and ever since Brussels, we've just been trying to figure out what's going to make it better. Nothing really does. It's a strain in like a very specific little muscle in there, so there's no damage, there's no nothing, but it's just unfortunately one of those injuries that needs time. And time is just not something I could offer it right now. So we tried our best, still really happy with how the season went. I mean, it has to be one of my best seasons to date. Wish we could have finished on a much higher note, but is what it is sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like, especially at USA's, like after the foot surgery, it felt like we were getting closer to seeing 2023 Maggie back.
I know.
How proud are you of the way you were able to fight back into really good shape and contention this year?
Oh my God, like I said, this, I can almost gloss over what happened here just because of everything that I had to deal with last year and just coming back the way I was able to. You know, and in such short time too, I really just started training in like halfway through January, you know, and I had already made the world indoor team, and to just slowly, consistently see my numbers rise and get more consistent and just all of those things, like I'm super, super proud, super, super happy, super grateful for the network of people that I have around me helping to make this happen. And, you know, regardless of how today went, I'm very much looking forward to next year.
Yeah, next year it's, you know, an off year.
Yeah.
Do we see the return of Maggie Ewen, the hammer thrower, maybe? Another year removed from foot surgery?
That's the plan. That's the plan, is to start throwing hammer again. You know, we did it this year just to give my foot a break, make sure I got my shot put back in order before we started throwing in extra variables. So you should see Hammer Maggie again.
Exciting stuff.